Doc. Who is he? I don't know. He's a new recruit. I don't even know his name. He possesses great skills. Stick around.
What's up, guys? Sam here, Contagious Collection, back with another video. Welcome to my channel. Welcome to the game room. Back with another one. Very excited for this video as I always am when it comes to making these videos. I've always said that I love making videos as much as collecting video games, video game hunting, and it's became a true passion of mine, and I really enjoy making these content, and a lot of you enjoy it, and I'm really happy about that. And again, I'm going to start off with saying thank you for each and every single one of you that take time and actually watch my videos, leave me comments, and give me your thoughts and your feedback about the stuff that I talk about, whether it's must play, must own games, or video game pickups, collections, and all that good stuff. And I'm also going to be doing more of the back to the 80s, which I'm going to also do a back to the 90s movie thing where I focus on one film and I talk about that film for a little bit. I did one, I did two on Big Trouble in Little China, and I also did one on Easy Money. So it's basically talking about certain movies. So I'm probably going to do 5 80s and 5 90s and just keep that wheel rolling and see what it goes, like 5 and 5. And I might do things that are more older, possibly. We'll see. I'm not sure yet. We'll see how that goes, but I've been thinking about that. And I know I made only 2 of those videos. I love movies, especially old school 80s, 90s stuff as well, as much as like video games, sneakers, clothes, or whatever. All that good stuff. So guys, sit back, relax, grab your favorite drink and snacks. Hope you guys enjoy the content. Here we go. First game I'm going to talk about is Momodora Reverie Under the Moonlight, which is a Switch limited run game. It comes with a color manual and a collector's card, which is very cool. So basically you play as a female protagonist, which is her right there. I forgot her name. I was actually playing this last night. And you play as a female protagonist, and she's a priestess. Her main weapon is a leaf. So you have like a 3-step kind of like a attack where it's like 1, 2, 3. And then the third attack with the leaf, which is like your melee weapon, gives that final like strong attack. You also have a range attack, which is a bow and arrow, which is really cool. And the cool thing about that is you hit the top right button. I think it's the right button. You hold on to it. It kind of like charges up like a Mega Man blast shot, and it gives it more of a powerful attack. And really cool. Love it. I've had this game for quite a while. And I know I did 3 videos, actually 3 games on my last video about the Metroidvania. I'm probably going to call this one Metroidvania. I don't know. There's so many great games, and I'm still looking out for more. And so you have that, the leaf as a melee weapon, and then you have a range attack, like I said, with the bow and arrow. You also get these kind of like bellflower thingies, and you could put them on the top. They have like little bracket squares. You could place them inside. So those are basically where it helps you with your HP, your life bar. You could, if you get hit with enemies. Now, this isn't a game that you go straight up and start beating up enemies, guys. It is brutal, and it will like really punish you if you don't know what you're doing. So there's also like rolls, and you could like roll through enemies, and it's kind of like a little bit. You have to think before you attack and watch what you're doing, because like I said, a lot of enemies, they also block. So you have to roll around them and get behind them and start attacking them. Most enemies are, more powerful than others and might take more hits to kill. And another really cool feature in this is that whenever you go place to place, again, you have that map with the Metroidvania part, and you have to go here and there and, just explore that map to figure out where you're supposed to go next. And you need certain abilities again to, of course, progress to where you want to end up going. I ended up actually playing it last night again. Like I said, I reached like 3 bosses, but the third boss I got to is like really hard. I can't beat him. Trying to figure that out, kind of getting that the pattern going to what to do and whatnot. And if a lot of times it's kind of like unfair where a lot of those enemies they might hit you like a couple times and you lose like a chunk of your life, that HP bar. And more to talk about. It is an 8-bit game overall, really nice graphics. It has that kind of like it could have been like a maybe late Nintendo or a Super Nintendo game or an early Super Nintendo game. I don't know. It has that kind of charm, something about it. There's no voice acting, but there is like kind of like the writing where it comes to about the story part. Story's pretty interesting. I like it whenever it stops and I read it and try to get more into it to understand the story more and what's going on. Really interesting so far. And also, you collect these kind of like pink stars, pink star-like objects, which is really cool. At first, when the first time I played this, when I got this a long time ago, like I said, I was like, "What is this?" Like you're collecting a bunch of these pink star-like objects, but they're actually currency where you could go certain places. There's kind of like merchants, so to speak, where you could buy like upgrades with stuff or certain power-ups or certain things that could be used as you play in the game. It's kind of like similar to like collecting coins in a Mario game or golden rings in a Sonic title. But then again, it's not where you pick those up and like a Mario game. Let's say you get all those coins and you end up getting like a one up. This is actually currency in this one. And again, Momodora Reverie Under the Moonlight, guys. Highly recommended if you're into Metroidvania games. Pick it up if the price is right. You won't regret it. And if you have played any of these games, please let me know in the comments down below what you guys think about it. So next one I'm going to be talking about, another limited run game, is Time Spinner. I remember checking out a brief gameplay footage on this, and as soon as I saw it, before it even was released as a physical copy of it, I was like, I'm definitely going to pick this game up. It is absolutely amazing. There's that kind of like time traveling thing, hence the name Time Spinner. You have these orbs which you use as weapons, and there's like different types of orbs, and they end up being different type of weapons. Beautiful graphics, very polished graphics. Love the colors, the visuals, and everything about it. It kind of has like a little bit of RPG thing going on with this, which is really cool. Again, it could get really difficult just to read a little bit off the back. Travel back in time to change fate itself. It says, with her family murdered in front of her and the ancient time spinner device destroyed. Lunaeus, which I believe is the main protagonist. Again, you play as a female protagonist, the main character of the game. Lunaeus is suddenly transported into an unknown world, strained with seemingly no hope of return. Using her power to control time, Lunaeus vows to take her revenge on the evil Latium Empire. Latium, I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. I don't know. Uh, but sometimes the course of history isn't quite as black isn't quite as black and white as it seems. Stop time to evade foes, use them as platforms, and solve puzzles. Again, I'm reading this to also like kind of like bring back memory to me too, because I played this a long time ago. So I'm trying to like remember a few things here and there. Now it's coming to me as far as like the platform and the solving puzzles go. Clobber enemies with magic orbs, with which grow stronger with use. So yeah, there that goes. I remember that part. There are like RPG elements into it where I believe you also like grow with as far as like the weapons go. I'm not sure about with the life bar and all that, but it has a little bit of RPG stuff going in there. But overall, it's a Metroidvania action adventure, good stuff. Befriend mysteries familiar and train them to aid you in battle. Fight for your life during challenging boss battles. And yeah, a lot of these games, I mean, it is limited run, it is quality, but they make these games tough as nails, guys. It's really difficult. As you can see, it has a full color manual in there. Very cool. The game is in there. As you can see, it has that back art, which is really cool. I love that they do that a lot of times inside games. So it has like that polished. Uh, it could be like a. It could have been a Super Nintendo game in my opinion. Again, and awesome game, time spinner, absolutely a must have. Last but definitely not least, I am going to be talking about the Mummy Demastered again on the Switch. And again, this does come with a, I believe, yeah, it's kind of like a full color manual, but the drawings inside are like sketches of ideas. It looks like of like the enemies and the characters in the game, which is really cool. So it kind of like shows you how the characters were developed or how they were created and all that, which is really awesome. So you play like these special commando type force uh, guys. It says again, the war to save humanity has begun. A powerful ancient evil has arisen. Use a war, use a variety of weapons, upgrades, and magical artifacts to defend mankind against the supernatural hordes of Princess Ahmanet. Your prodigium teammates are already on the scene, but HQ lost contact with them hours ago. Only by exploring will you discover the fate of your allies, but beware if you're not careful, you'll be the next soul in Ahmanet's Thrath. So you obliterate monsters with an arsenal of weapons, shoot 'em up action meets exploring based adventuring, fight for survival against swarm of horrifying enemies and bosses, and all of that stuff. I mean, a lot of times the enemies in this they do respawn quickly. There's like zombie things going and insects and rodents and all kinds of stuff. And there's a vast, like, huge map to discover. You have to get certain abilities to, again, move forward to certain areas. And there's a lot of weapons. I haven't discovered all of the weapons. I have gotten quite far, maybe close to half of the game. But it is an awesome game, guys. Overall, um, where you have different kind of weapons. Your main weapon has an infinite kind of like no count ammo you could shoot. That's your main machine gun kind of, and then you end up getting like a different type of weapons, but those the ammunition is counted for, so you can't like go just using all that ammo. But then again, when you kill enemies, a lot of times they do drop loot where it could be like different ammo or it could be health and all of that good stuff. And again, there's like certain things where right in the beginning off the bat, not to be too much of a spoiler, there could be like a wooden, like kind of like barricaded areas where if you don't have a grenade, you're not going to be able to get through. So you end up finding like a grenade just to give a little, hint of what goes on as you start off. And you basically throw that grenade and blast that barricades. And there's different areas where it's like blocked off like that. So you could like move on to the next area. Overall, it meets as a run and gun game. It has a little bit of like a Metal Slug Contra thing going too, but overall, it is a Metroidvania in my book. For me, if uh, you have to explore areas and you need certain things to get certain abilities or weapons or whatever it is to progress to the next area, it has that Metroid feel to it, which is really cool. But then again, as far as like Metroidvania goes, yeah, it's not that Contra style thing, but instead it's different with weapons as far as like guns and all that stuff, and so many different type of weapons. Again, awesome graphics, the music, another thing, the music in all of these games, not just this one. It just, man, I love it. Uh, if the music also is good and you're feeling it and you're playing that game, you're enjoying it, it just makes it so much better, man. It makes it so much better. It's kind of like just drizzling ketchup on French fries or putting some hot sauce on a taco or something. Just that extra touch, you know, or putting like whipped cream on some ice cream, for example, or whatever. It just gives it that extra, like, yes, it just makes it so much better. So that's pretty much it, guys. I just wanted to talk about these three games very quickly. So to go over them again: Metroidvanias, Momodora Reverie, Under the Moonlight, Time Spinner, and The Mummy Demastered. So that is it. Three games. I am going to be looking out for more. I am going to be dropping more videos, more different topic of games. I might be doing like racing games and first-person shooters and things like that. See what there is. I'm going to go more in depth into my video game vault, the library, and of all the games, and see what's up, and make more content for you guys. So that is it. Thank you very much for watching. I appreciate it. And I hope you guys all have a Samtastic day. Take care, guys. Sammy's outie.
I'll be back.